from what we have observed, so for example, even Jensen Huang from NVIDIA will come and say 50% of the world's AI developers are in China. So the export control in a way actually hurts US leading position in technology. So that you can imagine, you can derive from that the fact that there's an ongoing debate, even within the tech industry, in terms of what do you mean by occupying the more competitive position? Is it simply about restricting the access to certain technologies, or is it about democratizing the access to the technology, particularly to something so ubiquitous, such general purpose technology? And in the meantime, we're seeing DeepSeek being used not only by Chinese companies and industries, but really by different stakeholders around the world, and vice versa. ChatGPT and Claude is used all over in China as well. So in the long run, we do see that collaboration has always been the most effective kind of mechanism for a technology to be adopted in the most ethical and responsible way. We're all very familiar with the rhetoric of AI sovereignty, but we don't believe that AI sovereignty can actually be achieved without some levels of regional collaboration or work collaboration, because the AI value chain today is so sophisticated and complicated. Not many countries actually fully owns the end-to-end AI value chain. So to say, a single country can have access to all of the data that you need with the kind of quality that's desired, to have access to all the relevant compute, to have access to all the technology stack, the talent, and be able to innovate and also within the boundaries of some reasonable governance framework, it's not really feasible. So we do believe that there needs to be some levels of regional collaboration or public-private sector collaboration. Only by pooling the resources, many of the regional government will be able to attract the kind of foreign investment that they need and the talent that they might require as well. So again, back to the earlier point, even though AI sovereignty in today's environment is very much something that's desired, but a lot of the times it's not really feasible. And if you really drill down to what do you mean by AI sovereignty, you can see that actually maybe it's not even desirable. Despite all of the discussions and this speculation around AGI, would that arrive or not, I think let's not forget about AI is a general purpose technology. It's not just a tool to be integrated into your existing workflow and processes. If that's the case, actually it doesn't really justify the investment that's gone in. What we really need to think about is, as humans, as a society, what kind of jobs and tasks and responsibilities we wanted to delegate to a tool, a technology, versus what do we wanted to retain as humans ourselves. And once we figure that out, then you redesign the processes and workflows to say, here is where we need human because it's much more rewarding. It requires more judgment and empathy, etc. Versus where this is more repetitive tasks. As long as it doesn't impact the society to the extent that that's detrimental, let's deploy AI that way. I think that will be the fundamental question that humans need to answer, as opposed to let's delegate all the difficult tasks to AI and we only do the easy thing, because if the history can teach us anything, we know that's not actually how humans and society evolve. So we do need to keep that in mind as we continue to adopt this technology.